pointing to you, ladies and gentlemen, let the record reflect all that yours are here and present in closing argument on behalf of the state.
Yes, Your Honor. You did this so something would happen to the baby. Jade Benning, she did not call 911. She did better than calling 911. Jade Benning called the one person who knew where she was, knew who she was with, would know that she was calling scared and for help. Now, Jade Jackson said as soon as she heard her best friend's voice, she knew she was scared and she needed help. Jade Benning did better. She made sure that Blaise Taylor was not the only person to hear her last words. She made sure that you heard her last words. She called Jade Jackson and said, "Blaise, you're scaring me." Nigella heard him say, "You're scaring me. I know you put something in my drink. I knew my drink tasted funny. Let me see what's in your pocket. Let me see. I know you put something in my drink because I can't even walk straight. I can't feel my legs. You put something in my drink. You did this so something would happen to the baby." I think I'm about to pass out. Jade Benning ensured that you heard her words that night where she was so excited to be having a date night with Blaise Taylor. Her best friend came over. They were the only two people there. Dr. Aaron Carney gave a very specific medical explanation that Jade Benning would have gone pulseless within 30 minutes of ingesting that concentration of cocaine dissolved in a liquid. There were only two people there. The proof and testimony that you have heard over the last week from Jade Benning's family and friends, the pictures, the things in her phone, she was so excited to be having this baby. She was so happy and planning for her baby girl to be born. I submit to you that it does not matter how many questions were asked about fentanyl or cocoethylene. It does nothing to change the evidence and proof that you have that Jade Benning did not want to harm herself or her baby. She wanted the opposite of that. The proof and evidence from Jade Jackson and Dr. Aaron Carney is proof beyond a reasonable doubt for counts 2 and 4 that Blaise Taylor intentionally put that cocaine in Jade's drink to kill the baby. And Jade Benning was killed when he did that. You also have the proof and testimony of Apple Denny. She described to you an event that happened several years before in 2017, but when she heard about what happened to Jade Benning and that Jade Benning was dating Blaise Taylor, she knew immediately. She reached out and contacted people because she knew she had information that it was him. She testified, told you about very personal things that happened to her, but she described what happened over a period of 2 days. Her testimony was she had to talk him out of putting something in another girl's drink who was refusing to have an abortion so that he could cause the abortion without her knowing. Blaise Taylor chose cocaine. He chose what to put in that drink. He chose a substance that you have heard from multiple witnesses is known to cause spontaneous abortions. Dr. Carney described that it is known to cause a placental abruption. And she also testified that that did not happen to Jade Benning. It did not happen because he killed her. I submit to you that there is proof and evidence that you have heard over the last week that proves beyond a reasonable doubt all 4 counts of the indictment, including the first-degree premeditated murder of Jade Benning. Blaise Taylor chose this. You saw when he got back in touch with Jade Benning, they had a conversation that explained what happened back in November of 2022. This is kind of a somewhat joking conversation, but Jade Benning said, "You gave me a crazy ultimatum." Apple Denny testified to that same ultimatum. You have Jade Benning's decision to the ultimatum he gave her. She chose her baby. She did not choose Blaise Taylor. She did not make the choice that Xavier Winford made back in 2017. She chose her baby. Apple Denny gave that same description of the ultimatum, and you have that there was no contact from November 6th to December 31st of 2022. Jade Benning was planning for her baby. Her life was going on. But you also heard from her family and friends that during that time, she was not posting anything about her pregnancy to social media. She had not posted anything to social media about her pregnancy on the day she was murdered. It was not publicized.